How's it going, guys? This is Kevin Harvey here at the Seymour Duncan booth, Winter NAMM 2018. I'm here with Dave Nassy, Nashville guitar player. He's going to be running us through some of the Seymour Duncan pedals and the new Duality active humbuckers. These humbuckers, fantastic, super versatile active pickups. They have the classic kind of passive look, and they combine the best of both worlds of the passive and active tonalities. We have a very, very transparent, discrete preamp and your traditional passive coil-type wind to get you your tones. And we'll be able to hear Dave play a little bit through that. And we're also going to be running through all the new pedals, particularly our brand new Silver Lake Dynamic Reverb and our new La Super Rica Silicon Fuzz pedal. And all of this is going to be running through our Seymour Duncan Power Stage 170 pedal board mountable amplifier here, 170 watts, Class D, global 3-band EQ, running into this orange cabinet here in the back. Dave, you want to give us a little run through on what we got here tonally?
Absolutely. So, like he said, I'm starting with this 170. I'm going to take off the new Silver Lake just so you can get a really good audio example of what that sounds like. Let me turn up the volume. Oh. There we go. So you got this really good, it blossoms, it blooms. You have great articulation, starting with the 170. So from the 170, I'm going to take off my slap. I'm going to add this reverb. Now, a lot of ease of use, great control, and immediately you can hear this wonderful delay. Now, the options on here that I really dig the most, other than the fact that you can see there on the left of the control, you get all of your classic reverb sounds, and we start to dive into what modulates a little bit here. I'm going to switch over just so you can really kind of hear, bring up some of that mix.
Wonderful shimmer verb for those ambient style tones.
So you do all this, and of course we have it set in presets, but so easily I can go back to here. I just make a couple of adjustments, and I've got a great reverb. And I can tailor my reverb to a specific sound or style that I'm playing by the use of my pre-delay, so I can deal with that, of course. That'll change it just ever so slightly. I'm going to turn it up even more with my power stage, so you can hear how it's very natural. It's a great sounding reverb. And then this is my favorite feature here. I have my grit, which is another way of looking at saturation, but through that point, it's almost as though I'm throwing artifacts in the room. I get different reflections on my reverb just by this control, and it's really effective. In this atmosphere, it's a bit different because it is so chaotic and noisy, but it's very noticeable to the quick movement. Now here, I can dampen the room as though, if I put that down, it's almost as though I carpeted it. Tightens it up a little bit. So you get this really cool effect with just this, and of course you go back to your natural position. Now, of course, as we've had in some of our other lines here, it started with the Catalina chorus, we have what's called dynamic expression. And dynamic expression is a fantastic thing that we've brought into the pedal line by saying, maybe by the way I articulate my instrument, I can play my effect. I'm going to set this on hard just for the sake of you'll really notice it at the moment. I'm going to put it on mix over here. As you can see, I have some options that I can scroll through even with that dynamic expression. And if I play, in this case, I'm going to play soft, you're going to hear no reverb. But I hit hard. And that's just by playing the pedal itself. So what you could do is you could get these things to work in conjunction with themselves, and it works fantastic for a live setting. Easy to use. Conjunction meaning I could use it with the Andromeda delay, same features there. I have my Catalina chorus, and you're not pedal dancing all the time. So these are fantastic options with this pedal. Now to get to the classic fuzz real quick, of course it does everything that you would expect a fuzz pedal to do when you're leaning on the tremolo bar. So I can take my mids down real quick. Now with the dualities like he talked about, what is great is the way that, there we go, you can change it. get all of these tones out of here, but the beautiful thing about the dualities is the fact that you get the volume and you get the articulation from an active setting, but yet it's dynamic and it sits in a passive format. So a lot of options here, all run through the 170.
Thanks so much for your time, Dave. Again, we're here at the Seymour Duncan booth, Winter NAMM 2018. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.